What is up, YouTube? Welcome back. It's Curmudgeon Jones coming back to you with another video here. Today we're going to be actually doing a tier list. I almost said coming back to you with another reaction video, but it is not. We're going to be doing a tier list. So I talked about this in one of my videos last week. I am actually going to make a tier list of the Pokemon games. I had someone arguing with me in the comments saying that Gen 1 and Gen 2 are so awesome and they're so much better than Sword and Shield, blah, 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 whatever he says. So I'm going to go ahead and just give my tier list. I know this will be controversial. I know people will be upset with this. I know people will be angry. Feel free to tell me down in the comments how wrong I am, because I really enjoy the discussions, and it helps with engagement. So I don't really care what you think. This is going to be my tier list, and it's not going to be based on like how fun they are to nuzlocke. It's not going to be based on how fun they are to shiny hunt, any of that stuff. It's going to be based on playing through the games. And then if I need a tiebreaker, or if I need like a way to put one game over another, then maybe I'll throw in some of that other stuff. But it's literally just going to be on how much fun did I have playing this game. Whether that be playing it whenever I was a kid, or even replaying it now today. So let's go ahead and start with Gen 1. We got Blue, Red, and Yellow. These games are terrible. I don't care what anyone says. Yes, they are the originals. They are what kickstarted it. They are... This one is going to be slightly above... Actually, this one might even be... This has a little bit more going for it. But it is way easier because you get all the starters. I'll just throw that out there. So if you're looking for one that's like harder to play, these are harder. This one's really easy because you get all of the extra starters. But these games have so many problems. They have tons of bugs, tons of glitches, really bad mechanics things. Accuracy is weird. Confusion is weird. Crit is weird. Basically, status effects in general are just wonky and weird. There's just a lot of random garbage when it comes to these games. They're ugly, obviously, because they're super old graphics. I will give them props for being the games that started it all. Got it all going, you know, great, wonderful, awesome. I'm so happy for you. If you're wanting to play through Gen 1 though, just play Fire Red and Leaf Green. Don't play these games. They're just not, they're not good. Okay. Gen 2. These games, and I'm going to preface this because I know people are going to be upset about this take. I'm going to go ahead and preface this though. I loved these games when I was a kid. I have a lot of nostalgia for these games. They are some of the Pokemon games, besides Gen 3, these are the Pokemon games that I have the most time in as a kid. Now, as I've gotten older, obviously some of the other ones I have more time in because I've shiny hunted and I've done competitive battling and stuff like that. But Gen 2, as a kid, I put a ton of hours into Pokemon Gold. I love it. But these games are not that good. They're going to be like C tier. I honestly, if it wasn't for all of the bugs and weird like broken problems with Ruby or with Gen 1, these games would be probably worse than Gen 1. They don't have very much Pokemon variety. They didn't add that many cool Pokemon. The gym leaders are a pushover and easy. The pacing of this game, and what I mean by pacing is, do the wild Pokemon keep up with your Pokemon to help you level up and keep up with where it is, versus are the trainers on that level? The wild Pokemon will be like way under leveled. Your Pokemon will be like kind of in the middle, and then the trainer Pokemon will be like, it'll be like a huge jump all of a sudden. Sometimes the trainer Pokemon will even be lower level than you, and the wild Pokemon will be even lower. So it's really hard to like switch your team up. It's really hard to change your team in this game. And then there's these huge jumps like when you hit the league, and then when you want to play through Gen 2, there's a big jumps. And then whenever, or Gen 1, and then whenever you go to do the final battle that we all know about, there's a gigantic jump, and there's not that good a Pokemon to train on. I did a nuzlocke of Pokemon Crystal not too long ago, maybe a year or two ago, and I was really, really bored. I got a Tyranitar, and I basically just ran through the game with a Tyranitar because I never wanted to change my team because I didn't want to have to re-level stuff up. Even with speed up, it took me hours to get my team leveled up enough to where I felt like they could take on the final battle. So these games, as much as I love them, as much as I love Gold and Silver in my heart because of nostalgia, they're not very good. Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. I would say Ruby and Sapphire are probably here. Oh, by the way, no physical special split in any of these games. Not until we get to Gen 4. Jeez, what a joke. I don't know if I can put Emerald as an A tier game. It's gotta be above Ruby and Sapphire. I'm going to put Emerald here. I think Emerald is a really, really good game. This might change as I go. I might move things around and bump stuff down. I loved Pokemon Emerald. I put a ton of time into Pokemon Emerald. Gen 3 was a cool region. It had a lot of Pokemon, although it had way too many water types. Let's be real. There's too many water zones and too many water types. It had a lot of cool new Pokemon. It added a ton of Pokemon. It added Pokemon contests. It fixed a lot of the mechanic problems that Gen 1 and Gen 2 had. It had pretty decent pacing, if I remember. I don't feel like there was ever a point where I feel like I needed to just grind into oblivion to get my Pokemon where they needed to be. I thought the Elite Four had, like, displayed the new Pokemon well. I thought they did a good job of that. Overall, I think Gen 3 was pretty solid. Fire Red and Leaf Green. I haven't played these as much as I've played all of these games. They're obviously better than Gen 2 and Gen 1. I don't know. Are they better than Ruby and Sapphire? Probably not. Are they on the same tier as Ruby and Sapphire? I don't know how I feel about that. They're probably here, or they're like here. They're decent. They're not epic or amazing or crazy good games. They're decent. I'd say B, kind of in the middle, is probably good. C would be average, but we have, we have the S tier. So I think B is okay for them right here in the middle. Very much, they're way better. I'm actually playing through Fire Red right now in a hardcore randomizer nuzlocke. They're definitely better than Gen 1. Sorry, Gen 1 fanboys. They're just better. Hate to tell you. They have better mechanics. They have better Pokemon. They have better pacing. They have everything about these games is just better than Gen 1. Sorry. Diamond and Pearl. I'm going to say Diamond and Pearl are probably here. I think Diamond and Pearl are good. This is probably going to be a bit of a spoiler for where I'm going to put Platinum. I think these games are good. Obviously, Platinum is way better. Platinum is probably even better than Emerald. Platinum is such a good game. Platinum is maybe almost even S tier. I'll have to think about that one, because I'm not sure what I'm going to put in S tier if it's not Pokemon Platinum. I really like Pokemon Platinum. I think Pokemon Platinum is S tier. I really do. Diamond and Pearl are good. Platinum takes everything that Diamond and Pearl do well and makes it way better. Way more challenging, way more interesting. Just a better game. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They are way better than Gen 2. Don't play Gen 2. Play these instead. They're so much better. I honestly think... Oh, man. This is going to be probably a controversial take. They're either here or they're at the top of this tier. Are they as good as Emerald? They might be better. They might be better. Are they better than Emerald for me? I don't think they're better than Emerald for me, but they're really good games. I would say they're probably A tier. By far, way better versions of Gen 2. They still have weird pacing issues, and the game is still extremely long and drawn out for no reason. But they're definitely a lot better than Gen 2. Way better. Whenever I move on to Gen 2 for my Nuzlocks, I'll definitely play these instead of this. I will not play this. Pokemon Black and White. Okay. I'll be very honest with you. Black, White, and Black, White 2, I have not fully played through these games. I know that's crazy, but my DS broke when I was a kid, and whenever I was playing Pokemon Diamond, and so I have not gotten to play Black and White and Black and White 2. Now, you're saying, why haven't you gone back and played them? I don't know. I'm going to eventually, but I've heard great things. I don't know if Black and White are better than Black and White 2. I think Black and White 2 are probably better. Black and White for me, since I haven't played them, they're probably going to be here-ish. They're probably better than Diamond and Pearl, I would say. And then I think Black and White 2 are probably going to be up here. Now, I haven't played them. This is purely based on what the community tells me and just stuff that I've seen, which I haven't gone digging and really searched that out. Just stuff that I've kind of seen along the way. I would say that these games are probably better than Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Are they better than Emerald? They might be better than Emerald, but I can't say that because I haven't played them personally. I'm sure they are really, really good games. I've heard they're great. I can't wait to get to them in my Nuzlocks. And I honestly should probably just do a regular playthrough of the games just to say that I've done that at some point. So I'll probably just do a regular hardcore Nuzlocke of those when I get there instead of randomizing it. All right, Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon X and Y. I'll be honest with you, I really enjoyed these games. I liked them a lot. The only thing I hated was constantly being bombarded by story, and like every town is like 2 feet. Every area is like you take 2 feet and you're in the next area. But overall, I liked these games. I don't think they're better than Black and White. I think they're probably here. They were way too easy, but all of the modern games are too easy. Like everything on this list from now on is going to be too easy, except maybe Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon if you're nuzlocking them. But all of these games are just easy now. The only way to make a Pokemon game challenging is to actually nuzlock it, or to like change something to make the difficulty harder, playing with more difficult rules. But X and Y, I will say, even though I'm putting them on B tier, I think they're good games. I enjoyed them. They were the whole reason that I bought a 3DS, and this is like one of the first actual games that I started shiny hunting in and actually got the shiny Charmin. So they were the reason I got a 3DS, and I really enjoyed them. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I know people really hate these games, and I'm really not sure why, other than they are an easier remake of Gen 3. And yes, they are easy, but I think they took everything that was cool about Gen 3 and made it way better. I thought they made the story better. I thought they made the game more interesting. They added dex navving, which is one of the most fun ways to shiny hunt. I really liked Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I'm going to put them above Black and White. Now, for me personally, if this was a personal list and I wasn't caring about what I think the general consensus of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it. We're going to be controversial. I'm putting them in A tier. I think they're really good remakes. I really enjoyed them. As far as the remakes go, these might be the best remakes. I think they might be... To me, I think they're better than Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Now, to be fair to the community, if you've got Heart Gold and Soul Silver above these and you think these aren't the best remakes, that's probably fair. I haven't played these as much as I've played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I've played them so much more. But to me, they're A tier. They're really good games. I enjoyed them a lot. If I do Gen 3, and I actually did do a nuzlocke of Omega Ruby recently, like within the last couple years, and it was actually really fun with hardcore rules, and it was actually challenging. I came down to like my last 3 Pokemon. I didn't really do very much extra grinding. It was literally just me doing a hardcore rule set for Omega Ruby, and it was a lot of fun. So I'm going to put these here. I enjoyed them. Emerald is... I probably have Emerald overrated at this point. Let's be fair. Emerald was amazing for its time, but I think I'm going to bump it back. I liked Emerald a lot, but if I'm going to go back and play... If I'm going to play a Pokemon game, I think... And part of the problem that's making me rate Emerald so high is I'm thinking about Emerald Kaizo. Emerald Kaizo, as frustrating and hard as it is to nuzlocke, it's so fun. Emerald Kaizo is everything that Emerald should have been. So I think I'm going to actually bump it back behind Black and White 2 and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Sun and Moon are terrible. Honestly, are these worse than Gen 2? No, but that's just because they're newer, more polished, on better hardware, and like they actually did some kind of interesting mechanics by like removing the gym leaders and stuff like that. I thought that was cool. These games are terrible. They might as well have not even been made. If I didn't hate Gen 2 and Gen 1 so much, these are the worst Pokemon games, obviously, outside of these. These games are terrible. Now, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, better. Much better. These are what Sun and Moon should have been. If you played Sun and Moon and you didn't play Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, you made a mistake, because Ultra Sun and Moon are actually better than Pokemon X and Pokemon Y, in my opinion. I would say for sure. If I hadn't hated Sun and Moon so much, and my experience of those games have been tainted so much by Sun and Moon, I would have absolutely loved this game. This game was really fun, really cool, loved all the new mechanics, loved the Ultra Beast, loved the portal jumping thing, loved it. But the problem was, I had already played through the story and gotten a shitty ending with Sun, and then all they did in Ultra Sun was change a little bit and add more to the end game. That was it. If this would have been the original game, and these never existed, really, really good. I'd say they're a solid B tier. I honestly think Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon are worth playing, and I will be playing them when I get that far along in my nuzlocks. Let's go Pikachu, and let's go Eevee. Honestly... I think they're worse than Gen 1. I think these games are horrible. But I'm not a Pokemon Go person. I don't like it. I am a traditional Pokemon person for sure, catching the Pokemon, leveling them up through battling, all that good stuff. I hated these games. They were cute. They're good little kids games. They were gimmicky as all get out. Maybe great if you're a 5-year-old and you have no idea anything about video games, like kids' first intro to Pokemon. Okay, throw them on Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But these games are terrible. Okay, enough said for those. Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. They just aren't anything special. Are they better than Gen 1 and Gen 2? Yes. Sorry, angry person in my comments. They are better than Gen 1 and Gen 2. Are they better than Sun and Moon? Yes. Sun and Moon were pretty terrible when compared. Like, if Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon didn't exist, Sun and Moon would probably B tier. If Sun and Moon didn't exist, I don't know. If Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon never happened, these games might bump up to B tier, but because these exist, these never should have existed, and honestly, I hate that they even exist. Sword and Shield, I think, are here-ish. Are they better than Fire Red, Leaf Green, and Ruby and Sapphire? No, I don't think so. I don't think they're great games. I think they're very average. Obviously, the middle of my tier list is very heavy because, you know, it's easy to make an average game. It's hard to make a terrible game. Well, I don't know. I think it's hard to make a terrible game, and it's really hard to make an excellent game. I think this tier list is pretty fair. I think I could maybe even move Ultra Sun and Moon up. Black and White might move up, and Black and White 2 might move up when I play them more. I've played the rest of these games so much more than those. So this could change. I think this is just going to be my tier list of general nostalgia, enjoyment of the games, regular playthroughs as a kid, and like a little bit of now, but not so much. I think I'm going to stick with this. I think this looks pretty good. And then after I nuzlocke them, I think I'll come back to this tier list and I'll make a new one either based on how they were to nuzlocke and how fun they were to nuzlocke, or maybe just update this one after, or maybe I'll do both. Maybe I'll update this one after I've played through all of the games, and then I'll maybe just do a nuzlocke tier list as well. But feel free to let me know in the comments below how wrong I am. I appreciate those discussions, comments, arguments, whatever. I'll try not to get too salty. If you are having an argument, you're like diehard, like upset about this, then I'll probably just say, hey, let's hop in Discord and let's chat it out. Let's talk about why you think the way you do. That's what I did with one person, but unfortunately they were too scared to actually jump in Discord and talk about it. And if that's you, if you're not comfortable jumping in Discord and talking about it, that's fine. But if you don't feel strongly enough about your ideas, I feel like, if you feel strongly about it, you should probably be willing to have a discussion about it. But this is my tier list. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts on my tier list. Feel free to have as many arguments or reactions or whatever as you want. Just try to keep it civil and not divulge to personal attacks. Just try to discuss the games and be civil. Make sure and feel free to link your tier lists in my comments as well. If you have a tier list you want me to check out and react to or review or whatever, feel free to link that below. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all the support lately. You guys are awesome. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Peace.